Today, Dale and I will be giving a presentation on virtual sales teams and what they mean to the future of the sales world. Now, when we use the term virtual sales team, we're referring to sales teams that are primarily managed via the internet. This can mean that all members are located in one area and just mostly work remotely or collaborate via some kind of online platform. This can mean that you don't even really know the members of your team personally and work completely over the internet in every single way with them. Or it can mean that you are outsourcing every aspect of your sales strategy to another company. In our presentation, we will be discussing the following items, including quotes and many interviews with real industry professionals with experience in sales or managing a sales force. In this presentation, we will be highlighting on the importance of virtual sales teams to sales strategy and management, things that are currently being done, and ways companies are using some of these new tools in terms of creating and managing virtual sales teams. We will discuss some of the challenges that companies may face when working virtually as opposed to a typical in-house sales team. We will discuss how the future may look in terms of virtual sales teams, and then we will highlight a few key takeaways on how to effectively manage virtual sales teams.
Virtual sales teams are a relatively new idea, and companies like Outbounders.com and Salesforce.com are popping up all the time to meet this new demand. We'll talk about some of these companies later on. These types of sales teams are of great importance to entrepreneurs starting a new business, especially those who start a business online with no real office. Virtual sales teams are also add value to traditional brick and mortar companies. Why not take a look at some of the benefits virtual sales teams offer a company? No longer will location of an office hinder whether or not someone will be able to or want to work for you. Oftentimes you are limited in terms of who you can hire because some people simply won't pack up shop and move to wherever you need them unless they are very well incentivized to do so. And this also comes with a bit of risk to both of you and the salesperson. However, offering someone the flexibility of working when they want and where they want is a very attractive offer. Without having to have an office space for your employees, you're saving quite a bit of money in terms of overhead. This aspect is especially important for startup companies with big growth potential. Smaller sales forces may be needed in the beginning, or maybe all you can afford, but as the company grows, so will the sales force. When having an entirely virtual sales team, it is very easy to scale up operations. If working directly with another company for your sales needs, upscaling is as simple as informing them you need a bigger team. If you are managing the individuals yourself, recruiting and managing is a much easier process when your office is virtual. Oftentimes you can have others take care of recruiting for you.
So of course, virtual sales teams have their obvious benefits, but they clearly have their concerns as well. Now, we're going to take a look at the types of concerns that you can expect to come across when trying to implement a virtual sales team for your sales solution. When startups are looking to recruit a sales force, oftentimes across an entire country or even across the world, the difficult part becomes, how do I know if this is the right person? Can I trust this person? It's difficult to truly get a feel for someone over the internet. However, tools like Skype can make this a little more easy to do. It's hard enough to build a great and consistent company culture inside the walls of an office. It's even harder to do so over the internet. Without ever really having all of your sales team present in one location at a time, it's a difficult task to ensure that everybody is communicating the values of the company in the same way and that everyone is aligned in terms of sales strategy. Creating a team where everybody works together and helps each other can be a difficult task, and even more difficult when people are halfway across the world from each other. Languages and time zone differences are only a few of the differences that may impede progress in these areas. We interviewed Sean Maloney, an entrepreneur, and he had this to say about creating a cohesive team. Sales as a service is a fairly new concept. It has become increasingly common for various aspects of sales to be outsourced entirely, such as the cold call process or new lead generations. Companies like Outbounders.com help you create a virtual sales team by providing you the opportunity to recruit from thousands of sales call professionals, and they take care of all that for you. However, what hasn't become the next big thing yet is creating an entirely outsourced, comprehensive sales team. Now, one of the companies that claims to be pioneering this new space in the sales world is New Growth. We actually took the time to call New Growth and speak with Adam Rapp, the manager of new business development. Adam had a few interesting things to say about what he felt the future of sales looks like in terms of virtual sales teams. He feels that what is needed to succeed is a company that can offer a repeatable and scalable approach to sales, entirely outsourced. Now that's what New Growth is positioned to do right now. They currently work with several large companies doing exactly that. Now, Adam's final point in this phone call about the future of sales is that the industry research is currently affecting the way sales are done. and that changes in technology and tools are clearly changing the game for sales teams around the world. However, we're still in transition, and these changes have not yet negated many of the classic tried and true practices of the sales process that still occur today. Adam feels that this change hasn't yet completely run its course, but we should continue to see a big shift when bigger companies learn to accept and implement these new ways of doing sales.
Many of today's largest global players in varying industries are becoming more and more invested in virtual sales teams. In our ever-quickening world, it is becoming quintessential for companies to be able to collaborate internally and externally on many different levels across the globe to satisfy the customer and land the deal. Salesforce.com's Sales Cloud is a tool being heavily relied on by major companies to accomplish just that. General Electric's Chief Marketing Officer Beth Cornstalk has stated, "We hit a goal 2 years ago that we wanted to get our sales team 100% digitalized. Salesforce connected salespeople. It connected sales and marketing people, and it made those connections in a very iterative, fast way. It also gave everyone the synthesis of the data that we need to really know our customers. This creation of a virtual sales team within General Electric through the use of Sales Cloud has led to an outstanding improvement in customer relationships. As Ms. Cornstalk has stated, what might have taken the team, in the best case, a week, can now be done in minutes. This phenomenal increase in productivity by using virtual sales team is obviously extremely beneficial to customers and companies alike."
Okay, so we also asked Sean what the future of sales looks like in his mind and what things he feels will really change the game in terms of virtual sales teams. Here's what he had to say. In the future, I expect that virtual sales teams will have a greater ability to communicate with each other and prospective clients. Specifically, technology has already been developed to enable an English-speaking salesperson to communicate via live chat with his colleagues and clients who do not speak English. Such real-time translation software is being developed by Microsoft, among other groups, and is currently being used in their organization. This technology will only improve in the future and will evolve into real-time voice translation, making it possible for a salesperson who speaks one language to communicate with others who speak virtually any other language. After doing our research and looking into some of the different challenges that companies face and some of the opportunities they have with virtual sales teams, we've kind of come up with a key takeaway list that we'd like to share with you guys.